I agree with her, but not all Scorpios are especially evolved Scorpios. I've been with my Scorpio for 7 years, and she's right about the silence. I give him space. Even if it's months, he eventually reaches out, or I will, and we're back on track. My Scorpio actually talks too much, and he tells a lot of his business. I believe be a use I make him comfortable to do so. I'm a Pisces, 38, and he's 50. She is correct about them getting passive aggressive with silence, and it pisses off others. I've learned to allow him to be in a space of solitude where he ignores me. At first, I was pissed. I still get pissed from time to time, but I reflect on the fact that he's testing me. So I just text him loving, caring text messages, and he gets weak in the knees eventually. And we get right back on track for a few months, and then the cycle continues. I've broken up with him many times. He's broken up with me many times, but we make up the same day or soon after, LOL. I love my Scorpio, but he is difficult and doesn't trust easily. Welcome back, Stingers, and welcome to another response to your questions or commentary that you leave under my videos. For those of you who are new here, welcome. My new members, welcome. If you guys don't know about my membership, I have an amazing membership where every single Thursday, 7 p.m., I have self-esteem sessions. They're usually an hour and a half, depending on how I feel that day. We talk about breakdown and rebuild. We talk about relationships. We talk about astrology. And that's where you guys have an intimate space to actually have one-on-one conversations with me. It's an amazing group that we have, people from all over the world. And so you can join my membership right next to the subscribe button. But here on my channel, I talk about not just astrology. I talk about how to break yourself down and rebuild into the person that you were meant to be. I talk about evolution. I talk about self-esteem, self-worth. All of my books are available on my website, so you can learn step by step how to do that. I go through everything. Also, my new workbook is now out for pre-sale. It's called Lovable. It is my first self-esteem workbook, and you can order it on the website, and it should be here physically in my studio in, I think, a week and a half. And so as soon as I get it, you will get it. All right, guys, so I read that commentary for you guys so that you can just soak in the energy. I've been on YouTube since 2013, and I've learned a lot of different things. I've evolved a lot. You guys can go back and watch my earlier videos. And I will say that the majority of the commentary that I've gotten from individuals negatively, I would say negatively, have been from people who either have failed all their relationships with Scorpios, and I will use the word fail because I know that their intent was to either, I don't know, have some permanency, maybe marry a Scorpio or dominate a Scorpio. There seems to be some sort of intent towards why they wanted to be in that relationship, and this is why they follow my channel. Or follow other content creators that are Scorpios who talk about Scorpios so that they can learn those little tips and tricks to maybe meet another Scorpio and get what they want from us. And many of them happen to be the same zodiac sign. And I don't care, personally. I don't have any feelings really towards these individuals. I don't hate any zodiac sign. I'm a professional astrologer, and I do leave that out of all of my chart readings that I do. I don't add in personal feelings. I don't go back to my childhood and be like, oh, I don't like them. None of that. So when I read these commentaries to you, or I answer the questions, my response is not personal. I don't care. I truly don't. From the bottom of my heart, I don't care. I have the lifestyle that I want to have, and I've broken down and rebuilt, starting in 2010. So I live the life that I speak. I walk the talk, as they would say. Okay? Whatever I preach, honey, believe you me, when I turn the camera off, it's on over here, okay? I don't just come on YouTube just to get views and stuff. Like, obviously, I couldn't care less. I'm here to give you something. I'm here for you. I'm the giver in our relationship. And so these type of comments are common. I attract individuals who want the guidance, who need something from me. You want to know more about Scorpios because you're dating one, you're screwing one, your boss is one, your sibling is one. You want something from me. And I can always tell when there is some commentary or some thread being started going back and forth where someone really isn't getting what they want. Okay? They really aren't getting what they want. Now this comment was under a very triggering post. Not a post, a short. And my short is called 3 Things Scorpios Do That Piss Other Individuals Off. And these aren't things that I haven't mentioned before. I've done videos in the past where I talk about Scorpio stinger and revenge, where I'm telling people what the mechanism is. And those of you who actually study astrology, and many of you I know do not, many of you are not professional because you don't want to pay them thousands of dollars, honey, to get that certification. You don't want to go through it to really study. But those of you who study understand Pluto, Mars, 8th house, fixed water energy. Like you understand the realness of it, okay? Because many of you are Scorpios. And maybe you don't understand it from an astrological standpoint, but you understand it internally. Whereas another zodiac sign who's maybe screwing a Scorpio or sibling, they're talking from looking outside the window, okay? They're talking from looking outside the window. So me personally, I don't really digest what they're saying because I know, like, you're not a Scorpio, okay? You're just peeking through the window. Having said that, so a lot of individuals like to be very condescending. They love backhanded compliments. They love to kiss a Scorpio's ass. Oh, Scorpio, blah, 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 blah. And then in the middle, and we're going to point this out in a second because you guys know I'm a words person, been writing since I was 5, language girl. I can already see what they're trying to do in the comments, okay? And interesting enough, oh gosh, this is the interesting thing. Somebody can have a sibling who's a Scorpio, be raised by a Scorpio, be on their knees screwing a Scorpio, and still come to me as if I don't know what they're trying to project. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'm like, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Like, who are you fooling? Who are you fooling? They could still form a sentence where they think they're fooling me, of all people. I don't get it. Let's go line by line, because I want to teach you guys something. And even if you don't care about, I know there's something in here for all of you guys. In many of my videos, whether you catch it or not, there's always a lesson, because that is my intent. I come on camera to give you guys something. And I'm a good individual who can read between lines, that actually pick up on the dialogue to see the deepness of it, okay? You have to do that. And in my videos, it can be a short. In a lot of my shorts, a lot of you guys don't even catch it. You want to hear something funny? I've done 2 rounds of Name That Zodiac Sign. This is a game. I love to make games for you guys because I think they're fun, but I also think they're educational. Everything I do is purposeful. Interesting enough, people are still asking me what the answers to the question is. Mind blowing. I'm like, Either one or two things are happening here. Either I'm that clever. Either I'm that, like, way more than I thought I was. I'm way up here. I'm that clever. Or none of you are attentive. Because the answer's in every single short. Every single short has the answer. You don't even have to guess. It's like, it's literally there. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Listen. Turn your volumes up. 3 things Scorpio do that pisses others off. My short. Someone wants to come on and I already read it to you. So, but look at the length of this. People love to write me letters. I agree with her. I don't care if you don't. I'm a Scorpio and a strong Scorpio. I couldn't care less at all if you agree with me or not. So what? So what if you don't agree with me? And what did I say? What did I say? But not all Scorpios are this. It's a little bit of a mess. Especially evolved Scorpios. Listen to the language. So individuals love to throw that word around. I have a book called I'm Not Crazy. People love to throw around words. Evolved, toxic, crazy, narcissist. I think that's their favorite one. It's been their favorite one for the past 10 years. Narcissist. What is the other words? Name some other language that people use. Put that in the comments. They love to... Hang on one second. This is a word other zodiac signs love to use when they want a Scorpio to be a certain way that's not of our nature, that they want to agree with. When they're agreeable, when we're so-called agreeable, we're evolved, okay? This person doesn't even know what evolved means, okay? And we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna show you how this person isn't even evolved themselves. But they love to use that language when a Scorpio exudes true nature that they disagree with. They're not evolved. Listen. So this individual is saying that what I say in my short, I agree. Who cares, by the way? Not all Scorpios are like this, especially if they're evolved. Listen. Listen to this. This is my personal favorite part. I've been with my Scorpio, very possessive language, like ownership. I've been with my Scorpio, watch this, for 7 years. Almost a decade. And she's right about the silence. I give him space. Even if it's months, he eventually reaches out, or I will, and we're back on track. Listen to this. This is someone who's trying to prove a point. Every time you guys make a comment under my videos, you want me to know something. You're trying to prove something. You want me to know something. You either want me to know that you've studied a little astrology. People love to do that in the comments. They love to add little things in there that they think that other people won't know. They think it's advanced for other people. But they want me to know. They want to prove that they know a little bit of astrology. But this trines that, sextiles this. And then I have a T-square. And what's your point? She's been in a relationship with a Scorpio for 7 years. Almost a decade. And when he goes silent, she goes away for 2 months and then reaches out again. Listen to this type of relationship we're talking about. They're not married. Nobody signed no papers at the courthouse here in New York City. Ain't no license registration. This is a boyfriend that in 7 years, this is the type of relationship she chooses. Now think about the evolved comment. She's with a man who, when he goes quiet, she goes away for months at a time and comes back. Listen, she wants to teach me something though about Scorpios. Hang on a second. Hang on one second. I give him space even if it's months. He eventually reaches out, or I will, and we're back on track. My Scorpio actually talks too much, and he tells a lot of his business. Many of you love to, in my comment section, tell me or let me know that whatever I say in my videos about Scorpios are incorrect. You always go in the opposition. Oh, he talks too much. He tells all our stuff. He's not private at all. He does this. He does that. Right? To try and prove some point. I believe I make him comfortable to do so. I'm a Pisces, 38, and he's 50. She is correct about them getting passive aggressive with silence, and it pisses off others. I've learned to allow him to be in his space of solitude where he ignores me. Let's stop right there. What type of woman do you think we're dealing with here? Do you think she's an evolved woman? Oh, you're not sure? Oh, you're confused? A 38-year-old woman who's in a 7-year, I don't know what it is, because honey, they ain't married. Scorpio hasn't proposed the first. Ain't nobody walked down no aisle. Ain't nobody got in front of no rabbi or no priest. Their family ain't there. Ain't nobody going to the courthouse in the state of New York to sign no papers. Ain't no marriage license on file. No certificate, nothing, honey. You're in a relationship for 7 years. He goes quiet. You crawl into a hole for a couple of months and then come out. Are we back on track yet? I've learned to allow him his solitude when he ignores me. At first, I was pissed. I still get pissed from time to time. But I reflect on the fact that he's testing me. So I just text him lovingly, caringly, text messages. And he gets weak in the knees eventually. And the cycle continues. What the kind of message is this? What does this tell you guys? Get in the comments. What does this tell you about who we're dealing with? Listen to this. Does this sound like a healthy relationship? You tell me. You tell me. Does this person sound evolved? Do they sound healthy? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. And this is the type of thread that people would keep building on. Oh my gosh, that happened to me too. I had a Scorpio for 10 years and we went back and forth and back and forth. 10 years? What are you talking about? 7 years? What's going on? 38 years old? What? Wait a minute, let's keep going. Let's keep going. She said, and then the cycle continues. The cycle. This has been going on for 7 years, honey. This has been going on for 7 years. I've broken up with him many times. He's broken up with me many times. But we make up the same day or soon after. LOL. I love my Scorpio. But he is difficult and doesn't trust easily. Come on, guys. There's so much in here that's evident. This is why I always say to you guys, before you leave comments under my video, before you write a text message, before you press send, before you press send on an email, read your message aloud. This is a writer's tip, by the way. I don't even know when I learned this. It may have been in college. Maybe I don't know, one of my professors. I always read in my head, or I used to. But if you read in your head, you'll automatically translate things for yourself. If you read them aloud, you'll find the errors. And not only will you find the errors, we're not talking about grammatically. We're talking about what the F are you saying? What are you saying? What is your goal with the message? Some of you send text messages with the intent to hurt. Some of you send messages with the intent to teach. Some of you think you're teaching while you're revealing all of your mess. This is a hot mess. The whole entire comeback of what the hell I said. I did a short, and I've done many shorts, and I don't care at all if you are somebody who's been laying up in the bed of a Scorpio for 20 years, honey, with no legal rights. So right then and there, you're looking like a damn fool. I don't personally care. So you don't have to prove anything to me. I'm just on the other side of the camera. I'm just the girl on the other side of the camera, honey. And when you turn your phone off or your laptop off, you're there by yourself. And you got to stew in your relationship. You got to stew in it. Some of you guys, ooh, and I know a lot of you Pisces come for me in the comments and you think I dislike you. I don't care. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not changing my life, okay? I promise you, I don't care, okay? You care because you've been on my channel in the comments for as long as I've been here. So clearly there's something you're getting from me. There's something that you want from me. And I'm happy to be here to give it to you. But you don't have to come back and make an ass of yourself in my comment section. You reveal all of your hot mess. You've been with somebody for 7 years. They can leave and treat you any old damn way and come right on back. Okay? You think you're evolved? Do you? Do you really? You're fighting with somebody. You're dissatisfied. You're probably crying up all night. I know how Scorpio men are with Pisces. I know how they are. This is a mess. This is a mess. So let's get into part 2 of this video. This is going to upset a lot of you, but it's just the way it is here. This is something that I've noticed, and I wanted to bring it up because I think it's important. And it's not just important for the person who left this commentary. It's important for many of you guys. I want you to really think about yourself and who you are in your relationships, your intentions, right? Because many of you are wasting your years. You are. A lot of you guys are really young, and you send me messages, and you get soul sessions with me, you get chart readings with me, and you have no GPS. You're literally sitting in the car going nowhere, okay? And this is a prime example of someone who their intention was to prove something to me and others, but they're sitting in the car going nowhere. So have you guys noticed, and I've noticed this too, particularly with this zodiac sign. I mean, but it happens to others, but particularly with this zodiac sign, right, of this young lady. The Scorpios never marry you. They never marry you. I've had other individuals in my comment section with you know, their whole thesis, honey. Their whole thesis. How long was your thesis in college? Mine was, how long was my thesis? 70 pages, maybe? My college thesis was 70 pages. Some people come with a whole entire thesis because they have something they want to prove to me. I've been with Scorpio 10 years. You don't know what you're talking about. None of these people they're never chosen. Never really chosen. The Scorpios never marry them. And then they come back to me with a list of celebrities who are with Scorpios, and honey, they ain't married either. They got them children in the house. They got no marriage license. You fighting for 7 years? Fighting for what? You still have no jurisdiction. Something happened to that person, you can't even go in that hospital room. You know what they ask you? Who's the next of kin? You know what the next of kin means? Husband, wife, children, parents, siblings. Don't shit say girlfriend or boyfriend on that list. Oh, you staying outside, honey. I'm sorry. Only next to kin. Can't nobody just walk up in there. You need documents. Who the hell are you? I'm the girlfriend. I've been here 7 years. I'm sorry, ma'am. The wife can come in. They never marry you. They never marry you. And some of you guys come in my comments and you want to act like you're so special. But you never talk about the real things. You never talk about the real things. And you know, and I know, when all the phones are off and you sitting in your relationship with that person for 7 years deep, almost 10 years, and you got to beg for them. And they can ignore you for 2-3 months at a time, honey, and crawl right back between your legs in your bed. And you think you're magical because you're like, oh, I talked to him and he gets under my spell. Honey, he ain't under no spell. None of these men are under any spell. They know what they can get from you. They know you're weak. He's weak in the knees. You're fucking weak. Because you're entertaining someone for 7 years who you're not really happy with. You're not really happy with it. So when you come in my comments and you think you're moving me emotionally, you have no idea how I don't care. I don't care. I don't. And as a double Scorpio, stellium Scorpio, ruled by Pluto and Mars, I know why he does all that shit. And I know why you ain't going nowhere. Okay? You're not evolved. Not at all. Because you wouldn't be in this situation. Okay? And no one's impressed. Not me. Not anybody else in the comment section who's read your comment. Maybe a couple of people are. I don't know. Maybe you feel big. Maybe you're like, yeah, I survived 7 years. Survive. Look at that word. Listen to the language. Survive. Ooh, goodness. Sounds like there was turmoil and you got through, like, okay. When I talk about in my videos going through things with Scorpios, evolving with Scorpios, having meaningful relationship with Scorpios, this is not the type of shit that I'm talking about. Okay? You know that and I know that. And this is where I'm going to end the video. I think this is it. I think you guys get it. There's so many lessons in here for you. I want you to replay this. Just watch it back. I want you to reread this comment too. Read it slow and read it aloud. And for the person who wrote it, get in the mirror and read it. I do that too. Like, I'll get in the mirror and read something and be like, ooh, I'm not writing that. That's not what I want to say. Or, even better, before I write something, I'll confront myself and say, what are you doing? What's your intent? Are you trying to pick at people? Are you trying to trigger? What place is this what chakra is this coming from? And that will determine how, if, to whom I write. All right, guys? Like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys at ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com, where you're going to buy my new book, Lovable, so you can learn how... Ooh, goodness. Hang on a second. So you can learn how to go into your past and identify those traumas. In the workbook, you're gonna work. You're gonna take out your pen and papers, or you can work directly in the workbook. And you're gonna write down what the hell I tell you to write down. And through writing, you're gonna resurrect a lot of things. And it's gonna make you focus and say, oh my gosh, this is unhealthy. This is unhealthy. And I've been stewing in it for 7 years, thinking I was some prize, when really I'm the sucker. And we ain't doing this no more. Okay? There's so many gems in my workbook. You can pre-order it. And you can book a chart reading. You can book a soul session if you want to go through some things one-on-one with me. And I have my amazing pop-up shop. You can get Scorpio jewelry. I have all my other books. Rise from the Ashes, Dating Scorpio, I'm Not Crazy, and Nobody Can Hurt Me. Join my membership so we can meet every Thursday at 7 p.m. and we go through a lot of things, actually. And it's really a great space. What else is happening? I think that's it. I think that's all I want to give you guys tonight. All right, let me come give you a kiss because you need it. Mwah. Stay out my comment section. You know who you are.